All right. Welcome, everyone. It is Rob. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in the comment section in that chat box. Let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Just trying to move some things around so I could see it all. I just want the view of the world. All right. Thank you. Hey, Rick, afternoon. Loud and clear. Thank you, Lee. Hello, Rob and Wealth Builders. Family, Merry Christmas. Amen to that, Brenda. Amen to that. All right. Daniel, afternoon. Fantastic. As we get started here, keep in mind everything we look at is for educational purposes. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. Helen, good morning. I was waiting for the good morning. I'm reading through the notes. I'm like, where's Helen? I don't see a good morning in there. Let's see. Robert K., I saw you in here, my friend. How are you? Not a whole lot happening this week. Usually I said, we got a ton of stuff going on this week. No, this is kind of wind down time now, right? So you got SPX cash flow coming up on the 19th. That would be today, right? Tomorrow night is the mastermind group Inner Circle hosting on Wednesday, 21st. And then Tony is doing one class next week on the 28th. It's kind of midweek. It's Wednesday of next week. Power Hour. We're not doing one on this upcoming Monday. We'll be closed, hence the 26th. We'll close the week of the 26th. The second is Monday. Our next class will be on a Tuesday, and it will be January 3rd. So mark it down on your papers. Lee, do me a favor. Make sure that Suzanne and Nick know that this is going to be on Tuesday, so we get everything on our calendars up to date with that. So we've got Trading Coaches Playbook, no class on the 30th. Again, we're closed that week. Power Option Plays, Covered Call Explorer are going to be on regular schedule. I might do Wednesday instead of Tuesday. It's Christmas week, so it really just depends what we've got going on family-wise there. E-mini Think Tank, there is no E-mini on Thursday of this week. And then on Monday and Wednesday of next week, there's none. Monday is holiday anyway. And then Brandon will be back again on the 29th for his next the next training. So he will be doing the 29th. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, Robert. Good to hear. Here's our follow us page. Make sure you are, right? We've got a ton of things going up regularly. On top of that, some new content that we've got scheduled and planned out for the new year, some other additional things we're going to be building out and doing there. So definitely want you to take advantage of that. And right at the very bottom, tradinglikeaboss.com. Guys, that right there, you want to go to that link. Actually, let me take you there now. Right, if you go to tradinglikeaboss.com, right, everything that's on here is free. We don't have anything on here where it requires, there's no purchase, there's nothing. This is all free resources. You should be going here for Power Hour. You should be going here to register for Trading Coaches Playbook. You should be going here to register for Market Mornings. Yes, when you click on that button, stop spending hours every day looking for trading candidates, right? This right here is nothing more than an email notification you will receive that says the latest Market Mornings is up. We just got the page done. It may be a couple of days before you get your first notification. Don't worry too much about that. For now, we're just working all the bugs out, right? It's brand spanking new. I just saw this last evening. So the page is ready. It's done. It's there. Go to Trading Like a Boss. Click on the one that says Market Mornings, and you can go ahead and register for that. And what it's going to do is, I'm not going to send you to YouTube where you've got to scroll around and look for it, or Facebook that hides it from most people. What's going to actually happen is it's going to take you to a web page, and that web page is going to have a player in it. In that player is going to be the video, right? It's going to be the exact same page address every single day. So whether you go back later, you could bookmark that page. You'll always have that page where that latest video shows up. This will just be an email we send to you. We're trying to work on if we could put an SMS, because so many of you have asked us to start texting you things. We're working on that now to see if we can put an SMS in. So we don't have it yet. We'll let you know if and when we can get it done. But there we go. I'm excited for this. Lee put that in there for you guys so you can grab it and get to that link, okay? If you haven't also gone over to the newsletter, which is the Sunday email, that we send out. And I'm going to work with my team to start sending a little bit earlier than we are, I think. But it's the Traders Market Intelligence Report is what it is, right? Here's this video right here. I get wild and crazy on SPX, right? And that's really all it is on SPX. I do it every Friday. So once the page is bookmarked, you could always go back on Saturday. Don't tell anybody. You can go back on Saturday and you can see it there, but we'll send you a notification as the newsletter on Sunday, right? Here's whatever offer we have right now, which is 12 days of Christmas, right down in here. And we made some changes down here as well, so you can see the differences of some of the premium trainings and the free classes on this page. Economic reports, upcoming earnings. We're going to add a few more things on here. This was our first iteration of it. What do you guys think? Do you like this page? Is this helpful? Give me a 1 for yes, a 2 for no. And if it's not, I'm good with that. Please tell me, what you think could be better. Are there other things that you'd like to see us include on this page? Again, guys, there's no right or wrong answer here. This is an opinion is all it is. It's not, this is it, right? We came up with this as a brand new training, a brand new way of getting the data out to you guys. Instead of sending an email with all these links in it and stuff, which some emailers just don't like it, this just seemed to be a better solution for us. I actually like it a whole lot better. But this was first iteration. There are some other things you want to do in there. All right. So some of you raised your hands instead. Yeah, just 1 for yes, 2 for no, guys. Come on now. And while you're doing that, let's go take a look at economic reports. We've got nothing today and tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, one major economic report each day. So keep your eyes out for that. So consumer confidence, that's big. Unemployment claims, also big. And, then on Friday, okay, it's the core PCE, it's the price index month over month. If you want to blah, 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 see more about the report, you click on the file and open it up on Forex Factory. Chip's disappointed because Micron wasn't on there. Yeah, I get it, Chip. We've got a criteria that picks them out, and we put certain ones up there, but it's not meant for all of them, that's for sure. We are working on trying to get some of that stuff right on the website, but very costly, thousands of dollars a month to be able to display some of this. So we're working with another vendor now to see if we can't get a little bit of a better price for that. It would be free information. Just go on there, and again, just trying to keep everything in one spot. All right. Let's go back into the manual. So many of you have taken advantage of that. I love this, right? Not my idea. I didn't even know it was happening until I see this big red sign in my PowerPoint. I'm like, what is that? Give the gift of financial freedom. I love the phrase. Basically, it is 12 days of Christmas, 12 days of deals. So I saw them come out already the other day. I saw the first one come through. So keep your eyes open for that, folks. It's every day there's a special offer available where you can take advantage of it, right? But it's funny. You know what? I'm a big audiobook guy. And today I'm listening to my audiobook and I'm on the treadmill and I'm typing as I'm on a 15 incline. I'm trying to type. I forgot who it was that said it. It might have been Rowan. If you want to have more, you have to become more. I love that phrase. It goes right back to, if you want to live like no one else, then you need to live like no one else, right? If you want to have more, you have to become more, right? That means investing in yourself. Here's an opportunity. It's our gift back, right? Where it's all discounted. You can take advantage of it, even if you only took advantage of the first month. Get some of the content that's out there, but definitely take advantage of that. But I love it. It's a great deal for you guys. All right. What candidates, or not candidates, don't do candidates. What trades did you guys do today? Go ahead and drop those in now on the chat box, right? I'd love to see the trades that you did. Funded, not funded, it doesn't matter. Broke even, it cost you, it made money, it doesn't matter. Regardless, drop in the trades that you did. Tell me a little bit about the details of it where possible. I would love to know more about what ones you did. Daniel said, did awesome today. Yes, Daniel. Daniel's in our inner circle. Rode SPY now with 2 put contracts. Exit 1 contract, 20% profit. The second with 30%. Ka-ching. I love it. I did some SPY today, Daniel. It's all I did. Mondays are tough days for me. I do the market mornings. I get out for the gym. I get back for a 9 a.m. meeting, 9:15 meeting, 9:10 meeting. Get into the market as quick as I can. I had 2 interviews that I did this morning on a new position we're looking to hire for. And then on top of that, here I am preparing for this training here, right? So Mondays are, and we finish here at 1. I'm writing a 1:15 meeting right behind it, right? And then today is a 2 o'clock as well. But I back up a step there. Knocked it out of the park. I love it, Daniel. That is great. 20 and 30%. Good job, man. Excellent. Sounds like I just knocked something over. Brenda said QQQ $150 on 3 contracts. Ka-ching, great job. Paula said SPY trades, 2 SPY puts, 2 trades, broke even. All right. Excellent, excellent. Erica said, I thought market mornings were on pause until the new year. Oh, no. No. Sorry, I didn't say that. If I did, it was misheard or I said something wrong. But I will not be doing them on, as of Monday of next week, will be on hold. But not then, I'll be doing them right up through Friday. Right up through Friday, I'll be doing them. Right. And it's funny, I look on Facebook and it says 3 people reached. You know, and right under it, it says, but for $25, you could boost this post. I'm like, you guys are horrible, freaking horrible. You stop people from seeing posts. People say, oh, I want to follow this, but we're not going to show you everything that they do. It's just, it's sad. You have to go look for it. Oh, no. Okay. So Erica, all right. Let me back up, Erica. Market mornings as a live session is done. We're not going to do anything with it live any longer. It is a recording. It's about 5 or 8 minutes long is all it is. Okay. And I go over whatever candidates I find that day. If it's, you know, we've done it as long as 10 minutes it's taken me. If it's, I don't think I found less than 4 ever, but 4 candidates, 5, 6, 7 is more the average of what I wind up finding in there. I spend 5 or 8 minutes. I go over those trade setups and we're done. Sean takes that video. Then he uploads it, gets it on Facebook. He gets it on YouTube. He puts links on Twitter, and he's going to put it now on our own page that'll house that video, so you'll be able to watch it there. So it just won't be live anymore, Erica. Just time-wise, it's too much. Yeah, no problem, Kevin. Kevin's asking what that quote was. Yep, I stole it already. It's in my phone. It's mine. Okay. If you want to have more, you have to become more. Invest in yourself. Right? So I love this. Knowledge isn't power, action is. So I can teach you all day long about a strategy, about a technique, about a setup. Man, you can learn it. You can watch a video of me doing it every day until you own it. Man, you are just brilliant at what I just said. But until you hit enter, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right? Knowledge is not power, action is. Action is. Right? And I know for many of you, it seems like a trading roller coaster, right? We're going to use that hashtag, I think. Hashtag trading roller coaster. Because for many, it seems to be just that, right? It's just all over the place, right? Consistency, but realistically, the only way to get it is that enter button. It's the enter button. That's the only way you can do it. I love the quotes. Yeah, they're great. Kevin, you're quite welcome. I mean, listen, I've used it for years. I was the financial ministry director of our church for a very long time. I ran a program called Dave Ramsey, called Financial Peace University, and we taught people how to get out of debt using his program, which was awesome. When someone comes up to the front of the meeting room and she shreds 15 or 20 credit cards in the front of the room, we got the shredder there. And her husband turned around and he goes, she's got more at home. I said, we'll get them the next time. If you can get 15 cards shredded and done, that's phenomenal, right? But he uses the phrase, if you want to live like no one else, then you need to live like no one else, right? Which means learning how to do this, not sitting on a couch watching TV, not bowling 3 nights a week, not doing something else, just doing this meaning trading, learning how to trade, right? Action, right? And if that's trading is your passion, right? But if it was real estate, if it was your own business, if it's an MLM that's your, whatever it is, it's got to become your passion. And the only way you do it, you can't be a millionaire in a grocery store if you're not working the grocery store, right? You got to work it day in and day out. Erica said, I know so many people that went through Financial Peace University. It's an awesome program. It's a great program. It's a great program, right? For especially if you've got someone that's is in debt. I mean, I saw he was probably 25, 26 years old, teacher. He'd been teaching a couple of years, had his master's. He was 60 grand in debt, went through the program, and in just over a year, got completely out of debt. Did whatever he could, beg, borrow, steal, worked on the side, whatever he could to get the extra money and pay it off, so he had nothing left, right? No debt left. So you got to be passionate about what you do, but it takes action. It takes action. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's go look at some trades for today. So first and foremost, here's one from Amelia, right? She did a bear call spread on Qs today. She did 3 contracts. You know, I didn't start my drawing tools. So let me try to get that started now. I thought I had them open, but I guess not. So give me a sec so I can find what screen Camtasia is going to open up on. There we go. One more. What screen is that one opening up on? Ah, there we go. All right, you're going to see a countdown, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to hit pause and grab a drawing tool. All right, so here we've got the Qs. All right, she did a vertical spread at 9:48 this morning, 3 contracts. Right, +3, -3, meaning she bought 3 contracts of one strike, sold 3 of another. So $1 risk is the risk in the trade. And we're looking at basically 59 cents and 96 cents. It gave her a 37 cents credit in the trade. The maximum risk in the trade is the difference between the 2 strikes, the one she bought, the one she sold. So $1. She got 37 cents, which means 63 cents is her maximum risk that she could lose in this trade. That's all it is. It's 63 cents. Can't cost her any more than that. Period. The end. Okay. Well, she went ahead at 10:05 this morning. So what are we looking at there? From 48 to 5. Did she write it down? 48 to 05, 58. Yeah, I think she's off in her minutes though. 48, 58, 7. So it's 17 minutes. In 17 minutes, she was able to give 16 cents back, which meant what? It meant that she kept the difference. She got 37. She gave back 16. That's 17 cents, right? Am I right there? Nope, it's not 17. 16, that's 21 cents. She kept 21 cents on that trade. 1 contract, $21, 3 contracts, it is $63. And Rob, I'm not knocking any doors down. She got 33% in 17 minutes. Show me where you're getting that in the market. Show me. It's not there, right? 33% in 17 minutes. Great job. I love these types of setups. Guys, SPY, I have said this again and again and again and again and again and again and again. If you guys are trading the markets, you definitely should be looking at pivot points, right? This is a proprietary one. I don't know what TradeStation offers any longer, at least on 9.5. I don't. TOS has them and so forth, right? There are other brokers you can use, but what are we looking at with pivot points? Let me go grab my handy dandy pen. Let's change this over maybe to white. Let me grab a white line there. Okay. So we opened up today and we kind of pulled back and actually let's do this. If we look at what's going on with the futures on the ES today, very interesting, right? So here's our 930. We had, I just need to stretch it out so I can see the entire day. All right, there we go. So from where we opened up, just so you can see how the day progressed, right? We opened up 6 p.m. last night. We got a good boost in the market. Slight climb, kind of floundered a little bit. Right into that midnight, we started to drop off, and then we got to climb right up into the start of the European market, and then we've been going down ever since, right? We get to No economic reports today, but we get to the 930 candle, which is right about here, right, give or take. And we just fall apart. We come back and retest and we fail. And we've just dropped ever since, right? Ever since we've pulled back. So now, with that being said, you have some context of what's happened in the market. Now I want to go and look at the SPY with the pivots. We pulled back, came back up and closed right here, and we rolled right off. So right there, for me, that's a buy to open at least 2 contracts, right? And that's because I want to have 2 exit system on pivots for this setup here, all right? And what happened? When we got down here to this dashed line, it's S0.5. It's just a midpoint. Take the pivot 1, pivot 2, whatever the levels are, split it in half. You don't have to have an 0.5 line. We split it in half, and this is target 1. Right? Then we get stopped out of the second half of the trade. We close up, we go flat, we roll over. Here's the entry. Next candle, target 1, target 2. And I've not done anything else with it since. All right. That's how simple the strategy is. You don't need to be an expert at this. You don't need to be a guru at it. You need to be patient, right? I watched the spiders. I watched the Qs for this. Now for Qs today, I had nothing. I didn't like anything I saw. We gapped down, which was fine. And we just kind of went here. We got a little bounce. I wasn't confident here. We pulled up and I just wasn't as happy with the chart as I was with what's going on SPY. I thought the SPY chart was much better than the Qs was today. So I like that. See, this wasn't at the open. It wasn't near the beginning, right? SPY came right out of the gate. We moved down, closed back at resistance, pivot point, and we rolled over. And there's the opportunity to take the bearish entry. All right. Beautiful. How are we doing here? So we got a little bit of a lighter group today. Not surprised with holidays, but you guys still should be able to get some questions and comments in there. All right. So let me take you back to the USSR, right? Let's go back into our trading document. And then, is Santa Claus coming to town? I love my office. I really do. I went into one of my documents. I pulled some notes out of there. I don't want to start remembering them and, trying to remember them and stuff. So I took some notes from a training I did last year on Santa Claus rallies. So is Santa Claus still coming to town? All right. So I'm going to paraphrase what I've got written down here, but basically the rally refers to the tendency for the market, the S&P 500 is what we talk market, right, to rally the week leading up to Christmas, to December 25th, okay, which would be December 23rd into the end there, right? Now, some will say that this really extends out beyond that and goes into the new year. It doesn't. Generally, the week between Christmas and New Year, excuse me, is more lackluster. There's lighter volume. There's less trading going on. You're going to get some years that are great, but generally it's not the Santa rally. Excuse me. It's leading up to the 25th. So if you go 20, 21, 22, we had a small average return of about 0.385% for the week leading up to Christmas, right? And generally, you're not going to get huge returns, by the way. It's meant to be, if you bought stock in the beginning of the week, what happens to it at the end of the week? That's the way it's analyzed, okay? From there. So when you look at that, yes, historically, and we've had years that we've had 10% drop in some prices of stocks, over that period of time. So it's not necessarily that all stocks go up, or it's every year. It doesn't work that way. It really relates a lot around what's happening in the market, in the economy this year for us, right? I mean, shippers are down right now. They ship less than they normally do. The last retail sales was not good. We were off on retail sales. This last week into the holiday is the weekend. So yes, Christmas Eve, are there going to be some people out shopping on the 24th? Yeah, some. Not on the 25th. That's a Sunday, right? And of course Christmas, but that's a retail day that we don't get to take advantage of, right? And usually we look for that right at, crescendo right at the end there. So retail sales are off a little bit. And then we look at markets, and I purposely waited and did not go into the S&P because I want to take this and bring us into the S&P. So is Santa Claus still coming to town? It doesn't look like it right now, right? And someone commented on who was it in there. Erica said, no Santa isn't this year. No rally. Karen said, yeah, when the bears push it down low enough for Santa to go by. Exactly. Yeah, Rick said, I hear that all of DC is on the naughty list and then some. Let's see. Did you execute a directional trade? Okay, when I do an SPY trade off of pivots, it's all pure directional. It's all pure directional, right? Nothing else. Now that was 2 trades of over a dozen from today because I managed covered calls, some naked puts. There's ones that I just do consistently again and again that are just great cash flow vehicles. But yeah, I don't, guys, I don't see Santa rallying the way that we might like him to today, all right, or this week. Listen, I'd love to be wrong at this. I really would. But historically, from what we see, this is not the market condition for the rally. So if we go back and look, we'll start off first. Well, let's start off with VIX. Let's start with VIX, right? Y'all have seen my color-coded VIX, right? Oh, I need to turn on the real-time charts for this. You see my color coding for VIX. Brandon said, is this going to be full days trading week? Yeah, I don't know if there's a half day on Friday. Guys, listen, for me, normally this week, next week, normally I do very little, if anything, right? Next week for sure is done. I won't be touching hardly anything unless I got a day home and there's nothing else going on. I'll jump in and look at doing something. Other than that, not interested in it, don't want to deal with it. This is all about, for me, this upcoming week is all about family, right? And when I say this upcoming, the week we're off, that we're closed, 26th through 30th, I'm just looking at my calendar. For me, we're closed, right? The office is closed. So I don't tend to do anything there. My wife is home from work. My daughter is home from work. We have my mom, my mother-in-law come, other family. I mean, we make a big deal over family. We oogle over our family for that week, right? Whatever we can do. Let's see. Kevin said half day. No half day. Okay. I don't know what that means, Kevin. Sorry. Daniel said the rally may be a continuation on the downside instead of the move up. Yeah. So that would be the Scrooge rally, not the Santa Claus rally, right? Pulling that to the downside, that puppy. Yeah, Brandon said, Happy New Year's and happy birthday to me on New Year's Day. Well, congratulations. Yeah, Brandon, that's the day I put in. I get happy birthday wishes on January 1st all the time. That's the day I put in on my social media. It's not my birthday, but I just don't want my real birthday out there on social media. I don't trust the Zuckerbergs of the world with that detail. Well, good for you, Brenda. 65. There you go. There you go. Has anybody got a confirmation on a half a day for this Friday? Okay, so Kevin came back and said, no half day on Friday. Market is open all week. I just haven't spent the time to look at the market holidays. But I appreciate that, Kevin. Thank you. So you look at VIX. We're in the middle of our green zone, folks, right? So on the lower portion of our green zone, actually, right? So the VIX is all over the place. We don't seem to be following along with what's going on with the market. I mean, if we look from a market standpoint, right, market's down and the VIX is down. VIX is not following along, but I am still seeing that options pricing is very high. When I did Covered Call Explorer last week on Thursday, VIX was coming down against what was going on overall for a couple of days on the S&P. Yet, the prices were astronomical in what we're paying for some of the options. Huge. pricing, right? And I cap it usually around $30 on a diagonal spread. More than that just gets too much for me, since I'm going to only a $200 stock as the highest that I do diagonals on. It just, it doesn't work for me. And I had companies I was taking out that were $40 and $50. I'm talking about a $100 stock that was over $40 to enter a trade. $100 stock. I'm not spending $40 on an option. There's no way. I'll buy the dang stock. It's just, it's crazy. Well, you look at S&P 500, and following what Kevin said, I see the rally. I worked for a company one time, and the owner stood up in front of the company and said, "The ship is turning." And I went, "Yes." It was the Titanic. We went straight down. That's what happened with that company. It was all owner/leadership is what caused that. This right here is, it's all leadership. Actually, ironically, it is leadership that's causing this to happen, right? There are things we can be doing to fix it. We're just not. So when you look, guys, folks, you see the overall move down. It's not been pretty to the downside whatsoever, okay? That gap on Friday, this continuation today is a little scary of how we're going to be. They did a poll on millennials, and 81% said they expected to take major hits in 2023 on their positions, right? I mean, that's scary. Brendan said, "I've noticed that since we've added everyday week options, they're kind of off or wider spreads." Oops. And Brendan, I think that's more of a coincidence based on what the market's doing. I just think that with CPI, PPI, consumer confidence, the Fed rate hike, mortgages, what's going on? I mean, look at the manipulation. How do you tell me the Fed raises rates a half a point and banks drop rates? Well, they were ripping us off before. Yeah, well, that's true. But they didn't do it and go, uh-oh, somebody just realized we're charging too much for rates. They did it because they looked at the numbers and went, oh no, we're in trouble. A lot less people are taking mortgages out right now. They saw new home sales, just cancellations, into the new home productions, the Lennars of the world, new home production cancellations hitting amazing highs for some of these companies out there of how many cancellations they were getting on their properties, right? On their units, to the point that some have lowered prices dramatically. Wait, raw materials are going up, labor's going up 20 and 30%, and you're lowering your prices, right? But guys, when you look at the markets, what were we waiting for? We were waiting for the CPI to come down. We were waiting for PPI to come down. They both did. The PMI, Purchasing Managers Index, came down. Wonderful. Interest rates only went up a half, with the talk of we only have probably, could change, but probably another 3/4 points to go. So that awesome. What are we looking for now? We want to see a slowing economy. What are we looking for there? Retail sales going down. Retail sales shortens up. Whoosh. We get this big flush to the downside of the market as if we weren't expecting it. Well, you need that. You need unemployment to kick back up. The market is reacting to something as if this is a surprise. Right? Really? Come on now. This is everything we were waiting to have happen, and the market comes collapsing down. And here's me, position one in the chair, and I just don't give a damn. Go up, go down, go nowhere. I don't care. I've got a strategy to react to all of it. If you go nowhere, I would do a selling strategy. The premium just dissipates and we're done. If it goes up, I can go long directional. If it goes down, I go long directional, right? Day trade, right? If it's a high news driven stock, earnings and some of the stuff that we do in market mornings, right? What am I doing there? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do spreads on it. That's it. That's it. Right? We're going to put a very big focus on whatever that particular company does. I can reach in the quiver, pull out the right arrow for it, right? Or the tool out of my tool belt, whatever you want to use, right? And I can take care of that problem. Right now, the problem is we're still moving to the downside pretty heartily, right? When you look at a weekly setup, guys, look at last week's candle. this big candle. This is this week, which is just today. We're back down to the zero line. When you look at the monthly, right? Everything this year, 12 months, we're down. Man, we barely broke above in November, barely got above that downtrend line. We went a little bit higher in the beginning of December and went, hey, I like the air up here, but ain't nothing to see anymore. And we came crashing right back down, and that's where we are now, right? Overall, not doing good. The 8 has crossed under the 21. We are now in a neutral bias. We have some room down to our next fib line and or even the 55 moving average, but not looking pretty at all. All right. So if you have a buying strategy, hopefully you have a very specific buying strategy in place of what you're looking for. But think of what's happening in the market and manage the positions at hand. Here's an opportunity to go after the market and attack, right? Attack where? To the downside. Look at most major stocks out there, and you'll find some bearishness in that stock, right? In the overall. Erica said, this may be a ridiculous question, but if one has less than 100 shares of stock, are there any other ways of making money from losing stocks? I know with covered calls, you need 100 shares. So there's really nothing you can do, Erica, unless you are, listen, if you're sitting on some nice gains, right? You can offset your gains with capital losses, capital gains. You could offset them with losses, right? And get rid of those stocks that are not performing and use that money elsewhere. There's a calculation, I don't remember it off the top of my head, of the cost of carrying money. In other words, what does it cost me to hold on to that losing stock? Right now, granted, you bought it at 100, it's worth 2, and you have 12 shares, it's probably not worth your time to do anything with it for 25 bucks. But if you have something that's got a substantial price to it, or had, and still has a decent price to it, and you can maybe use the money elsewhere, you've got to make that part of your strategy as a decision of what should I do with this next? Do I sell it, get out of the position? Do I buy enough to write a covered call? Yeah, so Amazon and Google shares. Yeah, and I'm underwater on both, and I write covered calls every week, and I sell naked puts every week on them. Most weeks I do well, not every week, okay? It's a matter of how far out of the money you are and what day of the week you're doing it on, right? Same thing with Tesla, right? There's still really good premium on all of them, right? Google is not bad. Google, I'm not underwater much. I'm definitely under a little bit more on at my Amazon. Tesla I'm under as well, but but see, for me, I don't own all the shares I want to buy. I knew I'm buying these in a down market. I am stair-stepping my way down because I know me, and I've done this before on moves like this, in markets like this. Had I waited, right, we already were down and we started to bounce. Had I waited until I felt we were back in a bull market where the comes to common, not unemployment, the inflation rate was where I want to see it. The unemployment rate was a little bit higher, right? We don't have 1.7 jobs available for every one person looking for a job. Had I waited for that level, price of the stocks would have been too high and I never would have bought them, right? But for me, take Tesla, right? When you can take a Tesla, and yes, from where I first bought Tesla, and I bought it multiple times, but from where I first bought it, price-wise, big difference. But look at what's happening along the way. What if you're selling a naked put for $2 or $3 every single week? What if you're taking to Google and you're writing a position, a covered call on that, and you're using a slightly lower delta and you're only picking up 25 or 30 cents for a week, and now you got $1 for a month. You're reducing your cost basis every month, right? And I understand you're not in that situation because you don't have enough to do that with that 100 shares, right, for covered calls. But I don't own enough of, when I say enough, I don't own the full amount I want on Tesla, Amazon, or Google. So my highest level is my Amazon of all of them. That's the one I've got only one lot left to buy. I've got 4 of my 5 orders have already been placed. So basically 80% of my position is in. I may split the last one up into 2 instead of 1, but it's just a management technique. For me, it was just a matter of, because when we finally get down and we get that bounce, right? I want to be there in that position already, right? Tesla, the first step in Tesla was today when he came out and said, I'm going to abide by the vote and find someone else for CEO. Now, I did see a note came across from Tesla that said no one wants to try to revive a failing company like a Twitter. There's no one out there that wants to do it. So it was him that's had to do it. There might be somebody out there that wants to do it, but hey, I know, maybe give it back to the Twitter people. They like doing it. You cannot write PK. As far as I know, there's no options on any of the cryptos that I know of. I know on Bitcoin there's not. So no, you can't. Not unless you choose to go with after video and some of those ETF type companies for it. All right. You're quite welcome. All right. Drop in the count that you guys want me to take a look at. It is that time of the day. Da, 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 da. All right, let's get rid of that. Yeah, no worries. No one sees that, Brenda. So you're good. All right, so Brenda's asking for the cues. Drop in the count that you want me to take a look at for today. Da na 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 na. All right, let me go to all symbols. And let's do this first. And then we'll go back to cues. All right, now at least I can see the data on the right, the left-hand side of my screen. All right. So right now on cues, Brenda, we're in the middle of nowhere. This is in the middle of the woods, the forest, the desert, whatever you want to call it. We don't have any support, any resistance anywhere around us at all. If I were ranking this, I would give it a rank of a 3, which basically means you ain't got nothing else for help. You're kind of just spiraling or floating or whatever the word would be, okay? It's really not setting up anywhere. I need this one to make a move, ideally it moves up to 275. I'd love to see it get up to 275 before it fails next. All right. If it breaks and moves down, continues down, I want to get it down to that 257, 67, a little too small of a number for me without my glasses on, down to 267 and a bounce. All right. So I'm not, down to the zero line. I'm not a fan of where it is right now, Brenda. Pivot point. That's the only way I look at it is pivot point. Other than that, not interested. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's see. Paula's got Apple. A-A-P-L. Apple. All right. So Apple, good news today. Their VR glasses, everything looking great. Blah, 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 blah. Continuation doesn't matter, right? Sorry, it's not Steve Jobs running the company anymore, folks. All right. So the break, 134.38. Let's see something here. Let's change that around. 134.38. I think I got it right. Confirm. Yes, I did. We pushed down hard. We closed right at resistance and we failed. This one pattern can turn you into a millionaire. It happens every day. Follow the fib lines. This is everybody. I'm not talking to any particular. It's not to Paul. No, this is period. Right? This pattern, look at this move. If you just followed it and said, all right, I'm going to hold this until we break the 8 moving average. You broke on this candle right here. So you're in right under that call it 134 is where you're in. You got to close just above at about 132. So a $2 move to the downside, 70 delta. That's about $1.40. Take some away. About $1.25 is your profit on that $2 move to the downside. And guys, it happens every day. These patterns are awesome. Apple right now. Yeah, there you go. Are you working hard enough? Gary V, right? Are you working hard enough? Which, by the way, you can download these quotes, all the same quotes I have on my desktop. You're going to have to go in and clean them up a little bit. There may be some with foul language, and it's not me, it's Gary. But if you don't like it, then you're going to want to probably go and clean that up a little bit. But if you go over to Trading Resources, here's Gary Vee quotes. Click there, download. All right, piece of cake. So, what I wanted to see. Perfect. So now at this point, Paula, what do we do? Well, what I want to see happen is I want to move back to that 134.5. Move back up, 134.25, whatever. Move back up and fail. And there's the entry. Other than that, I don't have one. Now, yes, we could move up and break above the zero line, but I'm not there. But zero line breakout trade, it's exactly what this is right here. All right, I hope that helps. Erica said, where did you get the quote, you have to be willing to become more? Was that what was just on my desktop? No, you're not working hard enough. I got that out of a book that I'm listening to right now by Darren Hardy. Is the author. I like him. He's a business guy. He's all about running your business. The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. And I have 44 minutes left in that audiobook. All right, but that's where I got it from. You missed the reason for the entry, Brenda. So if we look back, whoops, one more time. Come on. Let's get a pen. We broke down on the open. We closed right near the fib line. Not Florida, fib line. All right. The next candle was the entry. Your stop would be somewhere up here, above here. Right. And then you've got to use, so we broke down, we retested, and then we failed. Gee, has anybody seen me do that before? Break, retest, fail. Right? Only every time I talk about a setup, you notice I don't give you 400 different ways to take trades. It's the same thing again and again. Consistency, hitting enter. You know, I know a lot of individuals think that to do this, you know, you must be a brainiac. You got to be really good at math. I'm not a brainiac. I'm not really good at math. I'm really good at one thing. Break, retest, fail. I don't do breakout. Every time I do, I get my head handed to me. Right? Break, retest, fail. Break, retest, fail. Break, retest, fail. Right? Same pattern. Again and again and again and again. Okay. So, Paul, I hope that helps on Apple what we're looking for, but I thought it was a good one to go into because you got that zero line breakout, and as Tripp talks about them, you see them everywhere. When you look, it's the number one trade, shows up monster market movers right now. Again, more zero line breakouts than any other candidate set up every single week. Every week. Right? I mean, actually, that's not true. I'm mixing the trade up. It's a switchback trade, is what you see it on. The zero line breakouts, when you get them, they're phenomenal setups. Let's see. Tripp's asking for his trio, AMD. Let's get a better look on oy vey. We're going to wait for earnings to come out before we put anything down for the, for changing these fibs. But right now, retest the 66.5 and a fail, Trip. This is just a very sloppy move in here. Also makes it a very big move. It would be harder to get those levels there. So retest fail is what I'd be looking for on AMD. On IBM, wow. Great switchback trade before today, huh, Trip? So 140.17, guys, here. I haven't looked at this. I'm not an IBM guy. 140.17. We pushed up, we broke down, we retest. What does that mean? Where did we go to a high today? 140.07 versus 140.17. 10 cents. That's all we miss this line by is 10 cents. Right? We continued to fail. Where's your entry? 25 cents down, 50 cents down, $1 down. Whatever your entry is, there's the entry. There's the entry, right? Boom, chakalaka. Right? It would have to retest the 140 again, Trip. And then Micron, the pre-earnings. Yeah, middle of nowhere on Micron. Today, nothing. I'm just waiting for the earnings before I would do anything with it. But you've got the 50.5 and the 53.5 level as resistance and support. Let's see. Microsoft bounce. Linda's saying I have a 272 line about 240.5. So MSFT. Uh, 240.5. So I mean, we just have different fibs drawn in there. Negative 272. Yeah. I mean, this is what I've got on mine. Linda, based on this, I don't have it at 240.5. So yeah, so I have 239 and I've got 240 right here. So we're in the same ballpark, right? So you could use that as a blue zone then. You're welcome, Brenda. Karen's asking for BA. Big airplane. Right? They're going to be one to watch, folks. They really are. When United ordered 100 jets from them and they said it's going to take forever to get them delivered, anybody that wants planes better start getting in line. They're going to have some serious sales. Let's see. So on Boeing there, Karen, we've got a confluence of the 8 and the 185.73. We broke up today. Retest that level and bounce. 192.13. It's the exact same thing. It's the same setup. Just this one is to the upside. I like it. I like it a lot, Karen. It's on my list now. Thank you for that. You guys are welcome. All right, Roman. Afternoon. So Tesla, Roman's asking about. Let's go back and look at a bigger picture. Okay. So down to the -5 right now on it, Roman. Tomorrow's the day, right? Nothing I'm going to look to do with it anymore today. If we hit the scrunch key, get down under that 148, retest and fail, 129. We got a long way to go on this. If it bounces, we've got room up to about 160 right now off of 148. So about 12 points. So there's good opportunity there. But the down is the better deal if we can get it. I hope that helps. There you go. Break, retest, fail, Erica. Absolutely. Sure. Paula's asking to see the SPY. She wants to see my fibs. So recently made adjustments to them. Because we violated on the upside here. We're already through. We're all the way up here. You got it, Linda. Erica's asking for Roku. Let's go back and look at the full picture. Good move overall. I mean, we're down to $44 because I don't know how much longer I can keep this on pop. I think it may become a $0 stock the way it's going. Who knows? Right? I don't know if it's going to zero, but I'm not making any predictions on it. It's just as low as it's gotten, it's getting tough. But it still moves $3.70 a day. All right. So Linda, it's not a huge mover. Was it Linda? Sorry. Erica, it's not a huge mover, right? But still $3 and change a day, $3.70 a day. Right? But if we look at the 45.22, come on. 45.22. Okay, so we broke, pushed back up. Where did we get to? Right here on this candle. We got to a high of 45.19. So we're talking 3 cents away from that line, and we failed. Right? There's an opportunity. Right? Came back up. And again, you can use multiple ways of exiting the trade. One close above, which is more aggressive to me because of the 8 moving average. I normally wait for that second one, right? Or the break above the 21 if the levels are closer together. But you've got opportunities inside of here, right? Will everyone work out? Of course not. That one would have stopped some people out, maybe me as well, without a doubt. But right now, Erica, we're looking for a retest and a fail with $40 as our support. You got 4.25 to go to the downside from where we are right now. Brendan said, Musk steps down from Twitter, LOL. Well, listen, I think he was going to go out there and try to clear his name and show how bad everybody on Twitter was, which he's done. He's released all the files and all of that stuff, right? He's done that already. He's still digging. He's still digging, but he released a lot already. So that stuff's out there, right? People are dealing with it at this point. It's time for him to go back to Tesla and get that back on track again. Yeah, poor Roku. Twitter going to zero. You never know, Brenda. You never know. Yeah, he said he was going to step down in May. Well, he set off his tweet yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I saw it today. But he said off of the tweet that I'm going to buy by whatever you guys say. And 57% said he needs to go from Twitter, get back to dealing with Tesla. Goodness, I don't know why I can't get that name out of my mouth today here. All right. So listen, couple of action items, right? You've got some time coming up with the holiday stepping in. All right. So make sure you get ready and set with market mornings, right? Click on that, and that's at tradinglikeaboss.com. All right. Make sure you're looking at that trading intelligence report every weekend, right? It gets you a great insight as to what's going on in the S&P. Well, welcome. 8 minutes and 17, 20, 8 minutes, 20 seconds. All right. On that. So go ahead and watch that. Make sure you got that set up every week and start drawing lines on charts. If you got some downtime, go ahead and pick 10 charts for the day. Just start with the S&P 500 and just do 10 a day. Every day, just draw lines, draw lines, draw lines, draw lines. That's what it's about. So, all right, with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, everybody. If I don't get to see you again, have a great holiday. God bless. And let's come back here after the new year. For those of you that I don't get to see again, I'll see many of you this week still. And let's rock it for next year. We're going to start talking New Year's resolutions and what are some of the things we need to be doing to start moving forward. So with that, take care, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever other holiday you may be celebrating. And we'll see you all at our next one. All right. Bye for now.